last parasha, we received the Torah. It's Parashat Yisro, we received the Torah, very special occasion in the history of Am Yisrael. But I would like to suggest to you two different approaches in seeing the whole event of receiving the Torah in Sinai and how to go about it. So one way to look at it is so-called the regular way, is where you take all the events from Bereshit all the way to Matan Torah to put it together, that basically including the Avot, our forefathers, and whatever happened is, so we could come and reach that state of Matan Torah and receive the Torah, and basically out of complete submission to Hashem, right, as we say, receive the Torah in effect of Naaseh v'Nishma, and so on and so forth. That's the common way. There's nothing wrong with this way or the other. Well, I want to suggest to you something else, which might be a little strange to some of your ears. What I'm trying to tell you is, we could look at the event of Har Sinai completely different. The whole event of Har Sinai was really, and we say it all the time, when we mention Yetziat Mitzrayim all the time, we don't usually mention, the Matan Torah. We mention Yetziat Mitzrayim, and that's what kind of occurred to me. Everything we do, whether it's in the morning regarding tefillin, whether it's a kiddush on Shabbat, everything is Maaseh Yetziat Mitzrayim, Yetziat Mitzrayim, Yetziat Mitzrayim. Maybe we could look at the event of Har Sinai as the final act of freedom. In other words, when Am Yisrael came out of Mitzrayim, not to look at this as enslaving ourselves, because when you look at I think that when you look at the Torah or the event of Matan Torah from the first perspective, many people would say, and in a way, they would say, rightfully so, they would say, listen, it's imprisoning me, it's enslaving me, it's what? I from worshiping or from being slaves to Egyptians or being slaves to many other idols, all of a sudden I became a slave to God. You know what? I don't want this. And I think this is a little dangerous. But if we take the event of Har Sinai as secondary to the event of Yetziat Mitzrayim, where the whole concept of Yetziat Mitzrayim, whether the Avot, if it's Maaseh Avot, the act of Avraham Avinu, all indicates to us to be free, and the Torah is giving us from a freedom perspective. And the fact that we say Naaseh v'Nishma is just Naaseh v'Nishma because we are willing to act like free men, and then we're going to listen. We are willing to act. And a free man is the one who acts. A slave is a person that needs to hear his master tells him all the time. Maybe we need to look at this way. And therefore our approach of living a Jewish life comes from a point of freedom. We see the Torah and the mitzvot as an expression of freedom, not as an expression of slavery or oppression or something or so forth that we need to break away from. I think if we're going to be able to look at it this way, it would make a whole total difference in the way we look for mitzvot, we look at what we call Avodat Hashem, and our interaction with God altogether. Have a great day.